Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I'm working on this little peekaboo candle holder thing here. I don't know what to call it, that's what I'm calling it, I guess. And I'm going to use one of these Dollar Tree jars here that have the little built-in candle holder. These are awesome. I was glad to see that they brought these back because these are one of my favorite things to make this kind of thing with. And I'm going to use a piece of this, what is this called? This is permanent white sticker that you can just cut out whatever you want with it to make like a little sticker with. So what I did was I cut out a little Christmas tree. I just drew it out, no specific, whatever size you want to make it. And you're going to figure out where we want to place this on here that's going to show through nice. Really doesn't matter which way I guess that this thing goes, but I kind of wanted it facing so you see right through there. So let me get the backing off of this. Hopefully that's not going to be too hard. Good. Sometimes these things can be a pain in the neck. Oh, and there goes the fire whistle. It wouldn't be a video of mine if there wasn't a fire whistle going off from the fire station down the road. But we're going to place this on here. Let me get it straight. That wasn't quite straight. Let's see. That looks pretty good right there. Almost. There we go. Let me get them straightened out. Get all the bubbles out of there. And then we're just going to paint over top of this with some chalk paint. And then when we're finished, we will have this little Christmas tree there that you'll see the light through, and I think that'll be really cute. So that didn't go on perfect, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this chalk paint, Waverly's white chalk paint, and we're going to do 2 coats of that all the way around. I think I'm going to take this out so I don't get paint on it. So we'll take that out of there. And I'm just going to pat it with one of these sponge brushes from Dollar Tree, and then just go all the way around this and get a nice good coat on it. I don't want too much of it up here on this where this screws on, but I kind of want to get that in there so you don't really see that little rim. But anyway, I'm just going to go around here and pat this. This works better than doing with a brush because, you know, you're not going to see any brush strokes. It'll just be these little dots here that fade away after they dry. And you can go the whole bottom if you want to. I'm not going to, don't think it's not necessary. I think I'll just go down to here. And yeah, just going to go all the way around and around and around and around until we get 2 coats on here, and that should be perfect. So let me get the 1 coat on here really quick. Need to get in there yet. Let me get some of this on the edge. Alright. And then while this is drying, you can smear this on too and then go over it and pat it too, whatever's easiest. There's really no wrong way to do it. It just looks so much nicer if you just pat it on instead of, you know, like brushing it or doing it in a certain pattern. Because when your little candle in there lights up, you don't want to see a bunch of, you know, brush strokes or whatever. Kind of just smearing that into that crease. Okay, so there's 1 coat on there, easy peasy. And then after that dries, I'm just going to go over it again. And then in the meantime, let me set this right on top of that glue. You're going to pick out a napkin. Whatever napkin you have. I couldn't even tell you where I got this napkin from. Some of these napkins I've had so long. Some people have sent to me. But you can find napkins anywhere, or you can go on decoupagenapkins.com. They have tons of napkins, or Etsy, or any of those places. They'll sell just like 2 or 3 napkins, so you don't have to buy like a whole pack of napkins. Amazon sometimes has some really nice ones too. But I had this one here and I decided I'm just going to cut out some of the, actually I just ripped these out. You could do it with a water brush, you know, the way I usually do mine, just go around with a wet paintbrush or whatever and then just kind of peel it back with a plastic knife or something. But this one was just pretty easy, so I just kind of went around and just ripped everything out. because they were spaced far enough apart that I really didn't have to worry about getting anywhere. So it's just a little star out of this napkin. I have a bunch of these already ripped out that I did, you know, like the little candy canes, and there's the little bells and things. But it looks nicer if you rip it, because then you don't have like the straight edge, but you can cut it out. If that works for you easier with scissors, you can just cut them out and do it the same way. But I just have a whole bunch of these little, you know, images that I took off of this napkin. And you also want to peel off the other 2 ply. This was a 3-ply napkin. Here's the other 2 plies that I peeled off that I'll keep to wipe my hands on. But you want to get it down to the 1-ply napkin. So that is what I did for that. And I have some things here I'm going to decorate with. I'll show you after this gets dry. This is just going to be a really quick, easy project. So as soon as my paint dries, we'll come back and we'll start putting on some of these decorations. Okay, well, this is all nice and dry now. I took the little sticker out from there. I used this little tool here that I got from Dollar Tree, anything pointy. You're going to want to kind of either take scissors or something, make a little slit in the center and work your way out that way. You don't want to try to get in here because you probably end up, you know, like gouging your paint or something. So just like make a slit in the center of that, what is it, vinyl sticker there, and then just, it comes right off. Why am I dinging now? Okay. There's always, you know, it never fails when I get on here to do a video. Somebody's at the door. Anyway, I'm going to start with this cute little rocking horse here. And I'm going to put this down towards the bottom of this over here to start. And I think I'll kind of alternate these higher, lower, whatever. Take a little bit of, I'm using the Gloss Mod Podge from Dollar Tree. And then you just put a little bit in the center just to hold it for me where I want it, and then I'm just going to paint right over top of it because this will go right through your image because it's down to that 1 ply. So it's just as easy as that. So there's our rocking horse there. I think that's good. And wherever you miss, you're going to want to cover with the Gloss Mod Podge also. But look how cute he is. So I'm going to put him over there on that side, and then I'm trying to decide. I think I might want to, maybe I'll put these bells. No, I'm going to use this candle here. It's a little candle with the fruits and things. And I'm going to put that down here also, down low. My dogs are out there driving everybody nuts. Of course. You don't want to get this on your little spot there that your glass is what I'm trying to say here. So smaller pieces like this are so easy to decoupage on anything. So easy. So there we have that on there. And then I think, let's see what's going to fit back here nicely. Well, I don't think as much is going to fit on here as I thought. So I wonder if I can fit these bells up here somehow. And I don't know how I'm going to do that over there, but you know what? We're going to put these bells up here because I really didn't think I was going to have this much space. But you just play around with it wherever you want to put your little doodads here. Everybody's is going to be different depending on your napkin or whatever you're using. I mean, you could use a much bigger picture on here also instead of doing the little pieces. And then I think right up over top of this tree, I actually have a star. So, which side is this? Right side. Here we go. I think I'm going to put that. Oh, let me make sure I get it in the right spot. Because that'll look dumb if I don't. Alright, let me put a little tiny bit. Ugh, I got some on my glass. I can wash that off. And figure out the star. I think that looks pretty good right there. What do you think? Yep, I'm getting it on the glass, just like I told you not to. But that's okay. We can get that off. Alright. Oh yeah, that'll look cute. Because I am going to outline the star, I believe. And I think I want to put a little glitter around it. But there we have that so far. And then on this side, I don't know what I'm going to fit up here now. Oh, maybe this candy cane, that would work. That'll do it. That'll look cute with that rocking horse there. Yes, it will. So that's what we're going to do. This has a little crease in that napkin I didn't notice. All right. There we go. We straightened it out. I didn't realize I had a little fold in the napkin there. All right, so there we'll have the rocking horse and the candy cane, and then back here I can fit the snow globe. Will fit perfectly up here. Or maybe, no, I'll put that up because I put those down. That'll work. And this is going to be the back anyway, so. But you know, if you have this on a table or something, you want it to look nice all the way around. There we go. There, get that crease out of there, and voila. Not perfectly straight with that globe. It's okay, because I can't get it off now. But we're going to put one of these Christmas balls down here. Just whatever you want. However you want. So maybe this will even it all out. It's a little piece of napkin I don't want there because it has red on it. Alright, there we go. And we have that there. Now I have all these other little things here that I can put around. I have like some of these little gingerbread cookies. I got room right here to fill in a little bit with a gingerbread cookie. Put one there. Let's see. Oh, I have this little cinnamon sticks here too. I could put those right up there. I cut all these out. I want to use them because, you know, it takes time getting these all cut out. Okay. And let's see, I could put, oh, here's some berries. Let's fill this empty space here with these berries. And I got it on my glass again. I'm going to wet my finger here. There we go. So we have the berries there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So let's see. I can kind of tell better when I'm looking up in the thing whether I need to put anything else. I think that's pretty much it. I think we're good all the way around there with our decorations. Alright, so we're going to let this dry. I do want to put some down here where I didn't have any, so this all matches, because the chalk paint, you know, it's a flat. I'll try to get close here because I do want to go around the edge there with some glue and some glitter. Alright, I think everything looks shiny now. Alright, so I'm going to go find myself some, I think I want to use green glitter on there. I was thinking about gold or silver, but I think green might actually look really nice on here. So, as soon as this gets dry, we'll come back and finish decorating this up. Okay, this is pretty dry. One thing I did realize is I don't have hardly any green glitter. This was it. A little darker than I wanted, but it's going to be fine. Of all the colors that I have, green was just not it. So I'm going to take a little bit of this Aleene's Tacky Glue. You also get this at Dollar Tree. And just try, if my hand's going to cooperate and be steady today, I'm just going to put a thin bead all the way around the edges of this tree, which is kind of easy to do because you can kind of feel it, you know, where the Mod Podge ended. And if I set it down, I don't have the steadiest of hand. Hopefully you guys do. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a tree. So If it's not perfect, well, we just blame it on the tree. Because my hands are not cooperating today. Alright. Let's see what kind of damage we did here. At least get half of this done. Oh, not too bad. It looks better than what I thought. And I'll just actually blow that off with my heat gun there on the edges. It's all sticking to everything right now. You gotta love glitter, right? 'Tis the season to be glittering. Alright, now let's see if we can do the other side. And there was a spot here I wanted to go over again. There we go. So let's finish this up here. Alright, but it doesn't look that great right now because it's all stuck to the, it's not stuck, but you know what I mean. It's on the glass and stuff, but we'll clean that off once it dries. So I don't want to mess with it anymore. Just make sure I got all the loose stuff off. See, this will all just brush off of there. Alright, so we're going to set this aside here, let this dry, and then we're going to come back and do the top. Alright, this is all dry. I got most of it off. I still got to brush some more off of here, but it looks pretty good, right? I love this so far. Alright, so I decided I'm going to put a little bit of this faux snow from Dollar Tree down in the bottom. I'm going to have to get another bag to put this in when I'm done. Because, no, maybe not. I actually did that without destroying it. Alright. I'm not sure how much. I'm thinking probably like a quarter of this bag. I don't want too much down there, but I want to float around some berries I thought would look cute in there. Just a little bit of snow. Maybe a little bit more. Not too much, because I don't want the berries to hit the candle holders. Let me set that back there so it doesn't spill. There we go. Let me test this here. That'll be good. And then I cut off some of these berries. These are just the berries that are on a little wire here that you get the bag of at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to drop some of these just around the outside edge of it. And of course the one that I dropped is the one that has the white piece showing. So let's put that one to the back. Oh, I don't know what's on this stick, but we're going to use it. So I just want to tap them in the snow just a little bit here. I just think that'll look pretty. Just around the edge, so it won't interfere with, I'm going to lift this up here 1 second, guys, so I can look down in here. There we go. That works. What I put in there? 6 of them. So they'll be down around the bottom here. I want it really close, though, so you can really see them when it's lit up. There we go. Ta-da! Alright, so now we're going to put this on here, and we're going to decorate this top up here real quick. This is going to be really easy if I can get this to screw back on. There we go. Because I want to see where the front is. So now the candle's going to sit right about there. And I'm going to take one of these pine ties that they have at Dollar Tree. And I actually want the ends of it in the front here because I'm going to kind of crisscross these to make a little extra in the front. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue back here. Now, it doesn't take much to hold this on here because actually when you glue it together in the front, that's pretty much what holds this on here good, because it doesn't glue well to metal. You know that with hot glue. It doesn't stick too well, but once you tag it in here in the front, and there goes my glue gun, we're going to glue it onto itself, and then that'll hold it in place really good. There we go. Alright, So now we could probably even give this a twist, but I'm just going to glue it onto itself. So we're going to put a little hot glue here, glue that over there, and then a little hot glue down here, and then just fasten that right on like so. And now it's not going to come off. I just got to hold it now until it cools down. But anyway, and I might have to add a little more hot glue back there, but that's all right. All right, stay. But see, this way I can just pop these ends out a little bit, and they'll look pretty. And then right here, we are going to attach these 3 little balls that I have. I kept them together. I just gave them a good twist. I think I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue in here to hold these together, these little berries. Other than that, it's fine. And then I'm just going to cut the twist off back here with my wire cutters, so this will lay nice and flat. I was going to add a pine cone back here, but it's the ones I have are too big, and it's not going to look quite right. So let's see. I think I want these just like so. Let go. So we're just going to glue that right onto the pine there. Don't want to block my little star there too much. But yeah, these could have been a little bit longer, but that's okay. I do want to stick maybe a couple pieces of this, it's just called a branch from Dollar Tree. That's all they're calling it. I thought this might look pretty. I don't know. We're going to test it out here. If I don't like it, I'm not going to use it. But I just want to take a few little pieces off of this. It has this pretty glittery stuff on it. And I thought, yeah, that'll look really pretty. That just gives it a little extra pop. So we're just going to stick those down behind those berries. Nope, down here you go. Oh yeah, that just gives it a little bit of glitter up there on the top. Oh no, my berries came apart. I'll have to get that hot glue out of there because that does not look nice. I'll just use my heat gun. But anyway, I'm going to put this one over here so it has a little too much glitter on it. Let's get some of that off. There we go. And we're just going to glue that on the other side. Easy peasy. Our favorite kind of DIYs. Now I just got to get this hot glue out of here that I made a mess with. There, I think that looks real pretty. And then all we have to do is add our candle. I'm going to use this little red, I thought this one would be pretty, this red glittery tea light here that I have. I'm actually just going to drop this down in here for now. And there you go. Isn't that pretty? You can see the little berries, and you have all your pretties on the outside. Yeah, so I just thought this would be a fun little project to do. This is going to sit up on a shelf. That's why I don't mind the candle being up a little bit higher, because this is going to be up a little bit higher, and you're going to really see it nice, I think. So let me heat that up here. I'm going to get rid of that glue off of here, and I'll just take a nice picture of this and put it at the end of this video. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.